This week we had a 3-day camp for the TIO Junior Strike League. Previously, last year, we got some interstate teams come up to play in this particular tournament, but obviously with COVID, we've had to change a few things. So through the camp this week, we've sort of identified some key areas that we wanted to focus on with the players, not just the games. So we got some specialists to come in to do some nutrition talk. We got the guys to actually make some smoothies and have a talk about the importance of food and recovery, and just give them a little bit more information of that. We've also got the Territory Sports Med guys in to come and help do some recovery sessions, obviously incorporate how important warm-ups are with the boys, but the general overview of the tournament, it is really working at the off-field aspects of the game. We played a series of 3 2020 games as well between the under-16 boys and the under-19 boys as well. And then we incorporated the off-field learnings that we'd learnt throughout the camp, and then incorporated those in the on-field games as well, which I think's been really great. I guess with all the coaches through the 3 days, the messaging's been really clear to the players about we want to change the focus of where NT cricket's going and how our players are attacking or how they're starting to play their cricket. We want to really become fearless, and that's been one of the key words that we've been sort of incorporating this week, about being fearless in the cricket that we're playing and build up that resilience. So, if the boys go away to play under-19s, particularly this season, we want to go away and play a really fearless brand of cricket. And I think that's been the most important lessons that the boys have learnt through over the 3 days. The real bonus also is that we've tried to encapsulate the whole of the Northern Territory. So 6 of the Alice Springs kids came up to play in the game as well, and they've been real standouts over the course of the 3 days. Obviously Banjo is quite a well-known cricketer, Sidak as well. Some really outstanding performances from the Alice kids. So really looking good with the academy that we've started up there last year, which will incorporate those kids moving into next year. But just trying to encapsulate all the NT talent that we have up here, and so all the boys can actually get to know each other and start performing together as a team. So early on the Tuesday morning, we got the boys to come in early to do a fitness session. Eliza Morrison came in. We were very fortunate for her to come in and do a session with the players and put them through their strengths. She's worked with strength and conditioning with the NT Thunder up here, and I think it was really good for the boys to get an understanding of what's required of the amount of fitness and at what level that these guys need to start training at to become, obviously what they're doing out behind me is key, but the fitness part of it and the off-field stuff, and it's the things that aren't seen at times at training, is what's going to really benefit them. Another one of the sessions we did on the last day early in the morning was we got Ed Barlow in. He's a sports psych up here that's worked with a little bit with the Thunder, and at the moment it's working quite a bit with Cricket Tasmania. And we just went through the importance of the physical aspects of the game. Obviously the batting and bowling components and the physical skills are important, but we also touched on the importance of the mental side of the game and how that plays a massive part within the players and what they actually go and do out in the field. So the boys learned some really good learning, some really good ideas about just being present, which is something that we also tried to touch on throughout the camp, and utilising the fact that how to deal with fear, how to deal with the anxiousness that sometimes you have with the sport. So Ed gave some really good feedback, gave some really good ideas for the boys to use to carry on into their games. So part of the workshop that we also did with the TSM guys that came, the Territory Sports Medicine, we got Lauren Peterson come down to have a chat to us about injury prevention and the importance of making sure the players understand what workloads mean. We throw that word around quite a bit, but we did a really good education session with the boys of the importance of actually doing, when it comes to training, we talk about a lot of quality instead of quantity. So that was really good learnings, and I think the guys got a lot of benefit out of that. We also, at the end of each day, we started to incorporate what was called a gratitude tree. So each day at the end of each session, we'd get the boys write down on little pieces of paper and actually put on a physical tree about something that they are grateful for. I think at times the players get a little bit caught up in their day-to-day life, and no matter what happens out in the field, whether you get a duck or whatever the case may be in life, I think at times we don't understand or realise about the small things. So I got the guys to actually write down, and it could be just the fact that their parents dropped them off to training, or the fact that they woke up in a bed and got food in their belly. There's always something that we can be grateful for, and I always think at the end of the day in a camp like this, it's always good to finish off on a positive note. We were absolutely fortunate that TIO have come on board to help support this type of educational session, as well as not only the players, but I think the cricket is a byproduct of what TIO have supported us with here, and I think the guys have benefited greatly for the last 3 days, and we can't really thank TIO so much for their support, and obviously getting our guys to be better than and more upskilled than what they were, and I think that's only going to make us better and stronger and creating that fearless brand of cricket.